video is going to be about how to work with pupils books on the carpet, right? So at the beginning of every lesson, you want your students to put the pupils books on the carpet, right? Then we sit in a circle. Sit in the circle. Sit with me. Sit in the circle. 1, 2, 3, and we sit. And then before we listen to the CD, we talk a little bit about the listening, right? So we introduce the listening, we introduce some words that may be new or some questions that may be essential, or we talk about the picture for a few seconds in order to recap some vocabulary that is essential, or vocabulary that already appeared in the previous unit, and we want to just simply revise that vocabulary. So I can imagine that your students have their pupils books on the carpet with them, but don't let them open the course books, okay? Make sure everybody has the course book closed, and just only you are holding the book. Hold it up and make sure everybody's looking at you, right? 1, 2, 3, look at me. Or eyes on me. You, right? Eyes on me. 1, 2, 3, and eyes on me. And, well, you can sit a little bit up so that everybody can see you. Right, Duck? Right? Yeah. And you have control over all your students in the circle. And when you start a conversation, you warm them up a little bit. Just make sure you are the only person that holds the book, because otherwise they're just going to start changing the pages and leafing through the book or chatting, and they will not listen to you. So make sure you've got the book open and all eyes are on you, okay? And only when you just before listening, ask them to open their books at a certain page, and then tell them, now it's time to listen and point, right? If you're listening to the dialogue, or if you're listening to the words that are introduced in that unit, you say listen, point, and repeat, okay? Repeat. And also, what I tell my students is that please, right now, listen and point, okay? And point. And this is what I say also in Polish. I say it once and then they know I don't have to repeat it anymore. I say, hey, if you follow, proszę Was, śledźcie dobrze to, co słyszycie, pokazujcie palcem, because look, I can see if you're pointing correctly. I can see if you're pointing correctly, and this is a test for me. Zobaczcie, jeśli nie będziecie nadążać, nie będziecie słuchać dobrze, to ja będę musiała ciągle zatrzymywać płytę i Was pytać. A tak, jeśli wszyscy dobrze pokazują na to, co trzeba, to nie muszę zatrzymać płyty i szybko zrobimy to ćwiczenie. And then we can play, okay? This is how you can also motivate them. And this is really how you can follow and track if everybody understands what is in the listening. Okay, that was a bit chaotic, but I think you've got the point. Okay, so when you start working with the course book on the carpet, make sure you're the only one that is holding up the book, and all eyes are really on you. Nobody is distracted, nobody's playing with the book, with anything. But then when they already listen to the CD, they can work individually in their pupils books and ask them to point to the picture, because this is a test for you if they understand correctly. Make sure they understand it is really important to point correctly, that they need to focus. Otherwise, you will just stop the CD, you will listen again and again and again. It will be long and boring. You can threaten them a little bit. Okay? So, enjoy listening and enjoy working on the carpet.